Mesdames et messieurs, ahlan wa sahlan. Mon nom est Youssef Shamieh, je suis directeur général de l'Institut des Cèdres contre le cancer du Centre universitaire Santé McGill, une fondation lutte contre le cancer créée par notre communauté libanaise ici même à Montréal. I was very touched when economist Anthony Gabriel asked me, and Mayor Tremblay, to be a representative of one of the founding Lebanese families in Montreal, to say a few words today. Firstly, I wish to commend all of you who give public service, who give service to help those, like economist Gabriel, for his spiritual, humanitarian, compassionate leadership in our Lebanese community. He and others have assisted thousands of Lebanese of all religious backgrounds, helping those come to Montreal, Quebec, and Canada. Et for that, chapeau. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, j'étais déjà 1890s. My grandfather came here before the turn of the century. Youssef Shamieh. My name is Shamie, but his name is Youssef Shamieh. He traveled from Beirut through Marseille, Halifax, arrived in Montreal, speaking only Arabic, no French, no English. He, like hundreds of other Lebanese immigrant pioneers, chose Montreal, Montreal, to build their lives, raise their families, have families, and plant the seeds that today allow us to join in a strong, proud, dynamic, and vital Lebanese community in Montreal, and for that, we are grateful. Le tout premier Libanais est arrivé à Montréal au début des années 1880. Il y a, comme Roland a dit, de cela 125 ans. Entre 1890 et 1930, plus de 9000 personnes qui émigraient au Canada étaient d'origine d'un petit groupe de villages, Zahli, les villages Shiba, Rashaya, Beyrouth, Ain Hershi, Mont-Liban, Tripoli, implantés dans la partie sud-ouest de ce qui était alors, dans le temps, it was the Turkish Empire, the Ottoman Empire, today our proud Lebanon. These pioneers came with Turkish and Syrian passports from the land we now revere, Mr. Minister, as our Lebanon. They immigrated to Canada seeking religious, political, and economic freedoms. Many came as teenagers, leaving their families. My grandfather was 17. He never saw his family again. They arrived, they built lives here. They joined Quebec, Montreal, and Canada. You know, there is a story my grandfather told me where, dans le temps, des immigrants Libanais, they would put a grave in their backyard for their family, for their parents, because they never were able to go back to pay respect, to honor them and pay tribute and teach their children about their parents and grandparents who they never went back to see. Others became prosperous. They sent for their families. They sponsored their families, settling around in their time their churches, whose businesses were in what is known today, Mr. le Maire, Vieux Montréal, Old Montreal. These Lebanese opened the first French-speaking movie theaters, as well as opened successful dry goods stores. Today, many successful merchants, textile merchants, retail store chain owners, and business leaders. But together, une partie de notre communauté libanaise ici à Montréal. Like immigrants everywhere, their spiritual and religious needs were paramount in maintaining a sense of community, to assist new immigrants. To that end, until the early 1900s, our Orthodox Christian community worshipped under the patronage of an Arabic-speaking priest from New York City who would visit. Cette population libanaise grandissant construisit entre 1905 jusqu'à 1910 deux lieux de culte, l'église d'Antioche Saint-Nicolas et l'église Saint-Georges, today you have on rue Jean Talon, qui deviennent pour elles des maisons spirituelles. Ces deux églises étaient à l'origine situées dans, comme j'ai dit, le Vieux-Montréal. L'une sur la rue Vitré, l'autre sur la rue de Notre-Dame. But the story that is most compelling is these Lebanese immigrants got together in a home dans une maison sur la rue Saint-Denis, dans la maison de Wannes Abdel-Nour, dont l'évêque Raphaël, who was just canonized by l'Église orthodoxe en 2000, était le premier prélat orthodoxe d'origine antiochien sur le continent. Back then, in the 1890s, they came together to build a community. Remember, these pioneers in Montreal, they lived as peddlers, encountering harsh winters, la neige, the cold, learning new languages. They integrated immediately into the culture and ethos of Montreal, le Québec, et le Canada. And our Lebanese community is so proud of our heritage and our Quebec and Canadian heritage as well. There are so many stories. I'll just tell you quickly a famous one, Annie Mehraj, who worked up north as a fur trader. She spoke Arabic and she learned the First Nation dialect. It's an incredible story. Trade, commerce, comme nos racines de Phénicia. Up in the north, speaking our First Nations language and Arabic. These were proud and independent Lebanese Canadians with a relentless faith in this country, their faith, and their family's future in Canada, Quebec, and Montreal. Je représente aujourd'hui 3 générations de Libanais qui ont influencé la structure sociale, politique, religieuse et culturelle de cette société. And au nom de ces 3 générations des pionniers libanais, on their behalf, ministers, dignitaries, distinguished, we're very proud to join in this wonderful honor today, in this wonderful commemoration. Chapeau, merci bien.